Part 1. Voltaris Prime. The Storm Within. Darius Venn never believed emotions were weaknesses. As a leading neuro-emotional researcher, he dedicated his life to proving that human feeling wasn't chaos. It was untapped energy. While others tried to suppress trauma, anger, and fear, Darius built technology to stabilize and harness it. But the night everything changed. The city went dark. A massive blackout struck mid-experiment. His prototype, designed to regulate emotional brainwaves, spiked beyond control. Power surged, alarms screamed, and before he could shut it down, it chose him. Electricity didn't just shock Darius, it merged with him. His nervous system became a living conduit. His heart became a generator. His emotions became power. The aftermath was catastrophic. Panic surged first, triggering an electromagnetic pulse that crippled the entire facility. Then came fear, blacking out blocks of the city. But when anger hit, lightning tore the sky open. Darius barely escaped. The world thought him dead. For months, he isolated himself, hiding far from civilization. Every feeling became a threat. A flicker of frustration could ignite storms. A moment of sadness drained life from everything around him. But Darius refused to become a monster. Instead, he trained, not physically, but emotionally. He studied himself like a living experiment. He learned control, balance, discipline. Anger became force. Calm became precision. Focus became mastery. He reshaped his life and returned, not as a scientist, but as Voltaris Prime. Standing 6 feet 2 inches with a lean, powerful build, his body hums with contained energy. His suit, deep electric blue with glowing white and cyan veins, channels his power, stabilizing the storm within. Violet flares ripple across it when his emotions spike. By day, Darius works as a mental health specialist, helping others master their inner struggles, the same battle he fights every second. By night, he becomes something more. In combat, Voltaris adapts to emotion. Rage unleashes devastating lightning storms. Calm creates razor-sharp energy beams. Balance makes him nearly unstoppable. But his greatest power is also his greatest risk. Because if he loses control, the storm doesn't just fight for him. It becomes him. Part 2. Null Architect. The World Without Feeling. Dr. Elian Kaur always saw the flaw others ignored. Emotion. Where Darius saw potential, Elian saw weakness, irrationality, suffering, chaos. He believed humanity would never evolve until emotion was removed entirely. Cold logic. Perfect order. That was his vision. On the night of the experiment, Elian made his move. While Darius tried to stabilize emotion, Elian secretly altered the system to erase it. But when the blackout struck, their two ideologies collided. The machine didn't choose balance. It chose extremes. Darius became emotion unleashed. Elian became its absence. The surge stripped everything from him. Joy, anger, fear. Gone. In their place, a void formed. A cold, endless silence where his humanity used to be. But the void gave something back. Power. Elian discovered he could drain emotion from others, pulling fear, anger, and hope out of them like energy from a battery. The more he took, the stronger he became. But he felt none of it. Not satisfaction, not guilt, not purpose, only clarity. He vanished, abandoning his old identity, and rebuilt himself from nothing. Now known as Null Architect, he stands 6 feet 4 inches. Tall, imposing, almost unnatural. His matte black armor absorbs light, with faint purple energy pulsing from a chest core resembling a collapsing star. Even reality seems to dim around him. As CEO of a powerful tech empire, he spreads emotional suppression systems across the world, devices designed to free humanity from feeling. In combat, He is terrifyingly precise. He drains emotional energy to weaken opponents, creates suppression fields that erase willpower, converts stolen emotion into destructive void energy. His ultimate ability, Zero State, creates a field where emotion ceases to exist. And in that space, Voltaris Prime becomes powerless. Elian doesn't hate Darius. Hate requires emotion, but he sees him as proof of everything wrong with humanity, and he will not stop until the world is silent. Final part. The Battle of Storm and Void. The city was already dying when they arrived. Skies split open with violent lightning as Voltaris Prime descended, blue energy tearing through the clouds. Below, the streets flickered, lights failing, people collapsing, emotions draining into nothing. At the center of it all stood Null Architect, still, waiting. "Darius," he said calmly. Voltaris landed hard, electricity cracking beneath his feet. "Elian, you're draining the entire city." "Correct." No anger, no hesitation, just truth. Voltaris clenched his fists. Lightning surged. "Then I stop you here." He struck first. A bolt of pure emotional energy ripped across the battlefield. But before it could connect, it collapsed, swallowed into Null Architect's outstretched hand. "Still relying on instability," Elian said. Then he moved, faster than expected. A wave of purple-black energy exploded outward. The suppression field. Voltaris staggered mid-charge as something unnatural pressed into his mind. Silence. No anger. No focus. Nothing. His lightning flickered, then dimmed. "This is your weakness," Null Architect said, advancing. "You require emotion to exist." Voltaris dropped to one knee, breathing hard. The storm around him faded. For the first time since his transformation, he felt empty. But then, a memory. The people he helped, the lives he saved, the pain he overcame. Emotion returned, not explosive, not wild. Controlled, balanced. Voltaris slowly stood. "No," he said quietly. "It's my strength." A pulse of pure, controlled energy burst from him, calm, focused, unwavering. The suppression field cracked like glass. Null Architect paused. Interesting. Voltaris moved again, this time precise. No wasted motion. A beam of concentrated energy struck Elian directly, forcing him back for the first time. The fight escalated instantly. Lightning versus void. Chaos versus silence. Voltaris shifted between states. Rage for power, calm for accuracy, balance for control. Null Architect countered everything, draining, absorbing, adapting. But something changed. Each time Elian absorbed energy, it grew harder. Because Voltaris wasn't just outputting emotion anymore. He was controlling it, refining it, weaponizing balance itself. "You're evolving," Null Architect observed. Voltaris didn't respond. He attacked. A final surge, emotional overdrive, but different. Not rage-fueled chaos. Perfect harmony. Lightning didn't explode. It focused. A single, devastating strike of pure energy slammed into Null Architect's core. The void shattered outward, cracks of purple light fracturing across his chest. For the first time, Elian staggered. His zero state flickered, then collapsed. Without emotional energy to drain, his power faltered. Voltaris stood over him, electricity humming softly. Not wild, not unstable. Controlled. "You tried to erase what makes us human," Voltaris said. Null Architect looked up, unmoving. "No," he replied quietly. "I tried to perfect it." His core dimmed. System failure. Voltaris had won. But as the storm cleared, he didn't celebrate. Because deep down, he knew this wasn't the end. As long as emotion existed, so would its opposite.